Hello and welcome back to the Tiberium Armory series. This is Game Master Karakin, and today we are going to be looking over the A-15 Orca Gunship, the GDI. The Orca Gunship is an iconic GDI anti-surface VTOL aircraft, part of a line of Orca variants that have served the United Nations Global Defense Initiative with distinction, surpassing helicopter gunships in every capability. The Orca is built by the SAAB/Lancaster Lifting Body Corporation in accordance with the GDI Visible Tech Doctrine, instituted to provide boosts in civilian and military morale. This doctrine is essentially that they want the technology to be exposed on the vehicle so that everyone can see the distinctive designs and advanced technology that GDI is available to produce for their protection. The newest Orca model, operational from as far back as in time as after the Second Tiberium War, when the Steel Talons were still a major force within GDI, is lifted with the help of two swiveling, ducted VTOL Aerodyne jet engines. These powerful engines give the vehicle a 400-knot or 460 mile an hour top speed and a climb rate of 2,500 feet a minute. The craft has a power to mass ratio of about 0.19 pounds per horsepower and an operation ceiling of 42,000 feet. It has a combat radius of about 300 miles and almost 1,200 if unburdened by armaments. The craft is 58.3 feet long, 48 wide, and 12.7 high, with a NOTAR, or no-tail rotor assembly design, capable of dynamically warping its wings in flight to enhance its agility. The major design addition in this latest version is the ability to reload fuel and ammo while flying with the aid of other craft or onboard reserves. Doing so, the Orca can keep up an almost indefinite guard duty within their sector. There are two crew in the Orca, a pilot and a co-pilot/gunner, although some models were produced with only one crew carriage. The Orca has a diverse armament capacity, being capable of mounting a M230 30mm autocannon with 1,200 rounds, Hellfire 5 rockets, AIM Stinger air-to-air missiles, AGM-240 sidearm air-to-ground missiles, and AIM-18 Sidewinder air intercept missiles, and Hydra 70 unguided air-to-ground rockets, all mounted on pylons below the cockpit. The standard loadout for an Orca is 6 sidearm air-to-ground guided missiles, but depending on the supply situation, it can be outfitted for any combat scenario. Finally, the Orca is equipped with pulse scanners, revealing and disrupting nearby stealth generators, revealing hidden units for a short period of time, and sensor pods, which can attach to objects, vehicles, or ground to reveal a stealth pulse when these pulse scanners are inactive. Experimental and situational upgrades to the Orca come in from the form of Nerf tanks, or nominal extended range fuel tanks, giving them extended flight time and range, LBCR, linebacker lifting body combat thrust retrofit engine upgrades, and HMRD hammerhead high frequency massive radiant disruptor EMP weapons. When deployed by ZOCOM, the Orca is typically outfitted by sonic grenade launchers and upgraded with ceramic armor, although ceramic armor is less commonly available to the rest of the fleet. The Orca excels in almost every task it is given on the battlefield, but tends to be somewhat fragile, capable of only taking a few hits by missiles before going down. They are seen by many commanders to have a harassment or support assault role for this reason, although they are capable of operating on their own when properly loaded out. These fearsome vehicles dominate the skies wherever a GDI army is found. Now here at the end, I want to add a little bit of extra information for people who might not be directly aware of its comparisons to different aircraft. For this case, I'm going to be comparing it to the AH-64A/D Apache helicopter, attack helicopter. The Apache helicopter has a 58-foot length and a 12-foot height, meaning that the Orca gunship is actually slightly larger without having a tail rotor assembly. The jet engines on the Orca are also capable of propelling it far faster than the Apache is capable of cruising. The cruising speed on a Apache is 165 miles an hour, and the maximum speed is 182 miles an hour. The Orca also exceeds the power to mass ratio of the Apache by 0.01 horsepower per pound. The Apache helicopter holds a similar armament with the 30mm M230 chain gun, 1,200 rounds, Hydra 70mm missiles, and other pieces. Although the Orca holds more ammunition, more weapons for its weight than the Apache does. It isn't entirely clear what the Orca uses as fuel, but it is safe to say that it uses some form of jet fuel similar to what the Apache would have used, except for that it would have been enhanced by mixtures with Tiberium, which typically, by shown in universe, can improve the performance of engines by giving them more torque for their engine size. Generally, the Apache would probably be a very decent weapon in the Tiberium universe at any one of the eras, but the real number one advantage and disadvantage to the Orca is that it is far faster and more maneuverable than any other craft of its type. Any craft in real life, or with the exception of some Skrin fighters, it's far more advanced and maneuverable than anything that anyone else has to offer, leading it to be somewhat difficult to pilot. As you can imagine, that the G-forces involved with the sudden deceleration of flying at top speed, spotting a target, and then coming to a stop before it, that would be pretty incredible. And that's it. That's everything for this particular episode. I hope everybody had an interesting time. I loved making it, and I loved being back. I recently finished my second novel, and I'm working on finishing the first one in its editing process. I'm very happy, and as the year is winding down and 2020 is very much hopefully gone and never coming back, I will have far more time on my hands to continue to make videos like these. If you like what you see here, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll try to get the videos out on a more timely manner. Thank you very much for your time, and this is Game Master Karakin signing off.